Hello, I'm Dr. Garrett Castleberry, Professor of Media Production and Communication at Mid-America Christian University and instructor for this Capstone course, our Media Production and Communication Capstone, COM 4803. We're here for video discussion 4, a weekly prompt that we're giving students to be able to speak into course content, or in this case, speak into their experiences in not simply this course, but the major as a whole. That's right. Week 4 of our accelerated course cycle emphasizes peaks and valleys. It is a focus on revisiting, revising, and resubmission as a process, as a part of growth and personal improvement, professional improvement, continuous improvement. And so our weekly theme is reflection and reflexivity. And these are important terms that both allow us space to personally grow, professionally develop, and also be mindful of some of the wins and losses, for lack of better terminology. We'll have 3 prompts driving our discussion this week. They are related, but they have some independence between each one. They shouldn't cause you too much concern, but in fact provide a nice platform for self-expression. Here we go. The first prompt that we want students to speak to is to share a peak course that spoke to you the most during your time in the major. Or should we say, perhaps in the college experience itself. And while it's maybe not optimum or optimal that you have your best class in another major or even in your general education curriculum, that can happen. Maybe the best professor you encountered, right, is that wily historian, or perhaps it's that course where you were fed spiritually, some Bible curriculum, or something else altogether. Now, our aim is to use this space to reflect on the major and not only your experiences, celebrate those, but also look for ways that we can improve. And so, if at all possible, share the peak course that spoke to you the most in the major as you see it and experience it. Second, what reading or maybe even text spoke to you the most and why? Unpack that for us. Take a couple of sentences to describe and outline your experiential process. We put a lot of readings into our online curriculum, so if you're an online student, you have no shortage of readings to draw on. And if you're in the physical classroom, for the most part, you have a combination of readings, but a lot of alternative projects, program development, and that sort of thing driving factors. But we have plenty of exposure to reads. Perhaps it's a book chapter or journal article. Perhaps it's a blog that was linked in, or something that required you to practice that art or act of reading. Or maybe in some instances, it could be a media or media studies class where we think about texts and artifacts as something to be read or close read as we examine them together. So what reading or text spoke to you the most and why? Third, what experience benefited you the most? And so we want to hear a more personalized account, something you encounter. Maybe it was an assignment, maybe it was a kind of discussion or a style of classroom. Perhaps it was a field trip, or maybe it was a remote field assignment that you undertook. What experience benefited you the most? Describe that in a few words. And finally, I'm going to offer a bonus one. And in that, we would like you to explore one do-over that you wish you had another stab at, or could perhaps retake, redo, something to that effect. Could be a course as a whole, could be a reading. Maybe it's that book you never finished, or maybe the one you never started. We hope not. Or perhaps even an assignment that just got away from you a little bit. So what is one do-over that you could offer during your time in the major. We're looking forward to your reflective and reflexive responses here in our week 4 video discussion of the COM 4803 class, our media production and communication capstone.